Hi everybody, Rena Chung here, the Director of Business Development for Gara Group. And sitting beside me, I have none other than the CEO, Kosta Gara, who has been traveling extensively. So when I tracked him down in the office, I pulled him into the studio to get some time with him. But if you're in the network marketing profession, you will want to stay tuned because we've got some very, very exciting news for you. How are you doing, my friend?
I am good, Han. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a crazy last few months traveling extensively all over Asia, Europe, here in the United States. So good to be home, good to be here in Miami, and excited to discuss this. This is one of our latest addition, as you know, of part of our company.
Everyone has been asking me about Incubanc. So can you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Yes, absolutely. You know, Incubanc was just one of the latest addition to Gara Group is actually the 8th division of Gara Group that we put together just a couple months ago. We've actually been working behind the scenes for the last 6 months on this. And Incubanc, as the name says it, is basically an incubation combined with funding. And this is a pretty big deal now in this day and age in Silicon Valley, in California especially, that a lot of incubation companies such as Y Combinator and 500 Startup that invest and incubate new technology companies. So we looked at that and said, okay, we know a lot of network marketing companies need this, and so how could we bring it in? And hence the name Incubanc, incubation, and obviously being at the bank, we're going to be able to invest in this company. So in a simple way, it's basically designed to incubate these companies and give them the funding and give them the resources they need to grow and accelerate their business.
Well, it sounds like coming in a much needed time. So when I think about incubation, I think about microbiological culture, premature babies. So how does Incubanc work for direct selling companies?
So we looked at the companies that qualify, and we can talk about that later. We incubate them into our system. We plug them into our existing resources we have, state-of-the-art technology, facilities we have, and all the resources from back office to websites to logistics, legal, accounting, bring them in, streamline their entire operation, sort of a one-stop shop for everything. And then if obviously they qualify for funding, we inject some funding in there to give them the growth and to accelerate their growth that they need. In a way, it's called a growth hacking methodology.
Amazing. You know, there's so many companies out there that don't make it past their first couple of years. So when you're looking for companies or when companies are coming to you, what are some of the KPIs that you're looking for?
We keep it very simple, Rena, and because we know, you know, this industry is already a complicated one, so we wanted to keep it simple. And there are two things we look for. Obviously, for resources, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what part of the world you are. It doesn't matter if it's Asia, European company, Latin American, Australian. When they require the resources, we step in and assist them with that. But if they're looking for funding, we have two simple qualifications, or requirements, I should say. One is obviously they got to be an American company here in the United States, and because we're incubating them here into our system. And number two, they have to be doing at least $500,000 a month in revenue, $500,000 US in revenue, and that's what allows us to incubate them and inject the funds they need and streamline their operation.
Okay, so just to be clear, the services are open to anyone globally, but the funding, the incubation is only for American companies?
Correct.
That
absolutely.
Are doing $500,000 a month US?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And one of the things we do right now, we pull them in and bring them and plug them into our existing ecosystem, which we've obviously mastered this profession over the last 26 years. I've been doing this as a distributor, as a field leader, as a company owner, and now as a vendor for the last decade. We have for sure mastered this industry, this profession, to be able to pass on those knowledge and expertise.
I think that's so interesting because social selling has become the top business model. And I was just actually thinking about how you and Mike Lira go back. That's your business partner in this. And so with both of you guys combined, your experience, your net worth and everything, I feel like it's a little bit of a Shark Tank for direct selling companies.
Perhaps, yeah. I love that show, by the way. So Mike and I go back almost 20 years. Very good friend. Combined, by the way, Rena, between Mike and I, we have over 50 years, 5 decades of hands-on experience in this profession. Both of us have been very successful, self-made millionaire, and we decided to partner in this thing together and be able to invest and assist them in growing. So Mike and I go back almost 20 years.
But what was the aha moment when you're sitting there, like what made you guys think, we are going to focus on this?
Because we, again, 20 plus years in this industry, I've seen a lot of great companies that had great products, great opportunity, amazing leadership, but for one reason or another, they failed. So we believe truly that we have the ability to come in, streamline their operation, because operation is a huge component of cost in their P&L. So we can immediately help them with that, streamline it, plug them into our existing ecosystem to reduce costs, so they can only focus on one thing and one thing only, helping the distributors grow the business. Because at the end of the day, it comes back to their number one inventory, which I've always taught and I've always told people, number one inventory in any network marketing company is their field leadership and their distributors. So CEO, if a CEO of a company can put 80% of their focus in there, we step in behind the scenes and we focus on assisting them in everything else.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, okay, just quickly, because I know we have to leave. What for those looking for this type of incubation, how do they contact you to participate in this?
Very simple. So they can reach out to us through social media, our social media channels, or through even our website, and come to one of our team members here, part of your team, and obviously we'll immediately dive in, have our people go through the process, go through the system, and if they're the right ones, we can expedite this process in a matter of 4 to 6 weeks and help them grow. So it's a very unique model. We've done it. It is successful. And so now we're bringing it out there to the world.
That is so exciting. Thank you so much for your time. I know you have to go. If anyone wants to check out the rest of the companies, it's on our website. Feel free to go around and explore there. And thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you again.
Thank you for having me.